Hey, my pets, how's it hanging? Normally on this channel, I'm like very upbeat and these are like lighthearted videos mostly. It's all positive and stuff. But today, it's gonna be a bit of a rant. My top 5 pet peeves of being a theatre goer. First of all, before I say anything, whenever I go see shows, I totally immerse myself in the shows and I don't notice anything that's going on around me because I am like fully into the show and I like to become part of the show. Because being the fact that I'm done interacting myself and I don't like anything around me pestering me, which is what this video came from. So, number 1 is gotta be people who talk during the show. Loud talkers, they'll be watching the show and they start talking to their friend next to them. And I don't mind whispering. Like, whispering's fine because you're not being bothered by it, but when there's people literally talking out loud, it's like, what are you doing? If you're going to see a show, you don't talk during it. You're not going to discuss it, and it's not a movie, so no commentary. You're watching it in a theatre with other people, so don't talk out loud. There's like 2 examples I'm going to talk about that in like more recent times that have pestered me. One time I was watching Grease. That was in the Burgos Theatre about a month ago, I think, not that far back. And I was watching the show, and there was this mother who clearly was with her kids, because all I hear is the mother talking, and all I hear is that Sandy? Is that Danny? And I was like, are you kidding me? You're watching a show and you're saying this to your kids. Like, don't talk to the kids. Tell the kids to stay quiet and watch the show. Don't say, is that Danny? Is that Sandy? No! How about you shut up and listen? Watch the show. And another time was most recent show when I went to see Cabaret. I was watching the show and there was these 2, and just as a reminder, I live in Dublin, so basically I was in the Burgos Theatre and there was 2 women talking to each other and you could hear these thick Dublin accents talking during the show, and I was like, oh my god, shut up. I'm trying to enjoy the show, you're literally talking over the show and I can hear you so clearly. Get out if you want to talk. Number 2 is definitely phones. Oh my god. If you're going to see a show, you're going to see it, not look at your phone. I haven't seen people doing this while you're like in the show. People take out their phone and start like scrolling through Twitter or check their text messages or something like that. If you go to see a show, you're going to see the show, not checking your phone for something. Because 1, the brightness of your phone, even if you have it down low, you can still see the phone light up when you turn it on. And like, they tell you to turn your phones off during the show. They mean it. Turn your phone off or put it on silent, put it on flight mode. Just don't have it on. There's people in the past I've heard the phones go off during the show. Like their phone starts ringing and I'm like, are you honestly kidding me? But one time specifically, someone answered the phone during the show and I was like, what? No, do not, never have your phone on. Turn your phone off the minute the show starts. Your phone should be off. Just stay off your phone. Turn it off. Enjoy the show. That's all you gotta do. Number 3 is people who bring like loud snacks to a show. Example 1 being crisps or chips or whatever you want to call them and wherever you're from. People who literally bring like a bag of crisps to a theatre and then they're there, you can hear them, like that kind of brings in also like loud bags of sweets. People who like open up the bags of sweets during the show is a big no-no. Open it before the show or during intermission. Do not do it on the moment the show starts. There should be no noise at all. When there's people there that's opening bags of like sweets or crisps during the show, I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? That includes, like, as I said, crisps. When people like open the bag of crisps and then stick it in their mouth, all like crunch, crunch. No. You're distracting me from the show. You are not a good person. Okay, another one. This has only happened to me once during a show, and that is people who like move on like a chair you know that is squeaky. I was once seeing Rip It Up, the 60s, which had Danny from McFly in it, and when I went to see the show, there was this person like 2 seats over and 1 row behind me, and they were there sitting in the squeaky chair and I knew it was squeaky and clearly they should know it's squeaky too, but every few minutes I hear and like, are you kidding me? Please stop moving on the chair. You know it's loud. You're pestering people around you. There wasn't too many people there, but still, if you're gonna see a show, don't. If you know you're on a squeaky chair, either move over to a seat where no one's sitting in, or just don't move about, don't squeak the chair. He kept taking me away from the show. He kept going, stop squeaking, oh my god. I'm one of these people who won't say a word during a show because I want to like just enjoy the show. Because if I get angry, that's gonna just completely like I'll never be able to get back in the show again. I want to sit and just listen to this show and experience it and just be in awe of the show. And the last one, number 5, people who arrive late during the show. Now I left this to last because I have been a victim of that once. I did go see a show. I went to see Heather's once. Went to see a half 2 and I arrived late, and that was my fault because I didn't account for the time and I was stupid. But people who arrive late during the show, because I know that theaters are set up to do stuff like this where when people are clapping during the show, you can go in and sit down. But still, when there's people watching the show and you're walking in front of them, you're blocking their view from the show. It's annoying. And it's just like, I know it's not your fault sometimes, but sometimes it is because you're not accounting for the time. At certain times it's because of the trains and stuff and like they're making you late, but other times you should have left earlier or you should have been counting for these things. And that's my top 5. But here's a few dishonorable mentions, which has nothing to do with the people that go to see the shows, but when the theaters themselves do these, which I've only experienced in Ireland twice in both of the Borgars here. One time I went to see a show, there was a guy controlling the light. He clearly didn't know what he was doing because he was moving, the light was moving. Like most of the time he was good, but there was maybe 3 or 4 times he moved the light and he couldn't center the light on the person that was singing, and he had the light over to the left a bit and then he moved it over and it was like, oh my god, what are you doing? You're literally making yourself look like stupid by moving the light so many times. It's like, oh, that's not professional, you're making the theater look bad. And the other time is when the theaters let the people walk in during the show when the show was still on. Like the West End's so much better because they actually wait for people to clap before they let the people in. But the ones in the Borgars Theatre literally let the people, the show was on and they let the people walk in. And I'm like, hello, the show's going on, you're in the way, get out of the way, please. But yeah, those are my top 5 pet peeves of being a theatre goer, and just like, the fact that I've been going to see shows and stuff for the last 3 or 4 years now. I've noticed these things and it just pesters me because I like to watch the show, experience and become part of the show. Just any of these things to pull me away from it, it just angers me. Tell me down below if you have any pet peeves of like going to see a show, and tell me stories down below of something that's happened during the show that has pestered you because of the fact that you're trying to enjoy the show and these people are doing something are annoying you. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you guys next week. Bye! See you later.